Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're going to be unboxing month 2 with the Mary Maxim Knit Kit Club thing. So last month, like the pattern, like the yarn, we got the Louisa Harding Pitterissimo in, isn't it? Pitterissimo. Yeah, Pitterissimo. In the Scream color 218 lot 2316 is what I got. And I did want to double check to make sure both were the same lot number, and they were. Made in Italy, Aran weight, superwash fine merino with bamboo, size 4, 100 gram balls, 164 yards. Clearly I don't have yarn to show you because I actually worked my kit and got it done. Yay! This is the pattern. And actually, like I said when I was unboxing it, I look ridiculous in hats. Hats smoosh my hair. I am a very, my scalp stays damp. So, you put a hat on, you build up some moisture in there, and everything gets really, wet, soggy. So I prefer things like ear warmer. Not only I just look ridiculous in hats, but I prefer things like ear warmers and scarves, like scooties, scarves with hoods in them. I've not blocked this. I have not woven in the ends or anything, but this is, I'm getting all bunched up here. But if I actually like had my hair styled and stuff, or the days where it's just moist constantly, like the air is just damp, you have the fog hanging in the air. We've been very foggy recently, but not like that set in winter fog. But yeah, that'll keep your ears warm, keep your neck warm, keep moisture off your hair. So I'm looking forward to having this in my collection. Not that it doesn't look, any less weird on me, but I would rather do that than what half my hats look like on me. Fashion hats are fine. Function hats are what make me look weird. But yeah, like the pattern, like the yarn, I'm a little confused. So I mentioned this in my show and tell, which I literally just filmed 5 seconds ago for me. Came out on Thursday for you guys. As a finished piece, you can see, like, clearly this looks like 2 balls of yarn right here. And then we had this heavy yellow and red up here, and it was more blue and red down here. The funny thing is my ball change is here. So we started off with the same color, and then it shifted into this, which is why I wanted to double check to make sure I actually got the same lot number for both balls. But a little odd, because it wasn't, the jump didn't happen here. Is what it is. When it's on, you really can't tell, and especially once you have a coat on with it, because most of the cowl is going to be covered with a coat. But a little unusual, a little weird. Did not expect that with the Louisa Harding yarn. Like I said, I have used the Louisa Harding yarns before, just not this style. Got everything tucked back in there. So that was a little, okay. It's more like dealing with a hand-dyed yarn where there are irregularities even within the same dye lot or same batch. You have some irregularities that will crop up sometimes. I apologize to my show and tell. I am very, very thirsty today for some reason. Sorry. That's probably going to happen a couple of times. So we got 2 balls of that yarn plus the pattern. Estimated value was around $44.87. I paid $14.99 before shipping and taxes. Percent saved was 67%. Oh, yeah. So everywhere I found the yarn, it was a closeout special, even though it's not listed as discontinued. So I have one that's 67% or 44%, depending on if you found it at the closeout prices or regular full price. Now, if you're following along with this 3-month adventure into the Mary Maxim kits, you will already know, if you've seen what's in this month's knit kit, that Carrie's going to be a little... If you're new to this review series, run. If you really like this kit and you don't want to hear anything negative, run now. Run far and run fast. Now, once again, and I'm going to preface this like I did September's Crochet Club. I'm not mad. I'm confused and a little frustrated. I understand over the series, over the last 2 years, I have done some very premium boxes, some mid-tier boxes, and yeah, I mean, I did the darn yarn box. Darn Good Yarn was like a $10 after shipping and taxes thing, and you just get little samples of yarn. I mean, it is what it is. Knit Crate does get a little stale over time. You get very similar colors over and over again. We've got pros and cons with everything. But in every single case, until I hit this club, and this was kind of one of the reasons why I didn't want to review this. We've never gotten discontinued product. We've always been able to purchase whatever we've gotten. In some cases, like Alpaca Direct, Knit Crate, you can actually get a discount at some point during the month of what was in the kit. So, or like Alpaca Direct just puts it on sale for the month that they send it out. We get coupon codes back to the shops. There's always some sort of continued potential pleasure there. If you really like something, you can always get more. We got discontinued yarn with the crochet kit. I'm fine with discontinued colors. It's when the yarn line has been discontinued, I get frustrated. So if you don't want to hear, once again, anything negative about this kit, go now. I understand. If you want to hear my honest feelings on this, polite comments only down below. If you disagree, great. Be polite about it. That's all I ask. Be polite. I don't need my ego patted here. We can have a legitimate conversation about this. So we got Lion Brand straight needles. These are size 11, right? Yeah, US size 11, 8mm. I'm not a plastic needle person, so these probably will not get used by me, but I do have a couple people that I've been working with teaching, so these might be going to them at the end of this review series here. We got now I really love the pattern here. So this is the Cityscape shawl. It is a free pattern from Red Heart. I did say that right? Yeah, Cityscape. It's one of those odd shaped. It's not actually asymmetrical in shape, but it is off center there. And then there is a pattern for the Cityscape scarf, which is basically the exact same thing as the shawl. It's just a little bit shorter and the increases are done slightly differently. And that is made to do this bias scarf, I guess. Because the only thing we got was the Cityscape. Even though this says bias scarf here, the two patterns are the same. Yeah. I had a couple people tell me with the crochet kit, I was being unfair in September. And if I had read it, I would have known that they were meant to coordinate or be two separate projects, even though they were in the same thing. And I read this. Bias scarf is not in there. It is the Cityscape, and it literally tells you go back to the shawl pattern and rejigger it to be a scarf. But I really like the pattern. Even though it's a free pattern, I really like the pattern. I use a lot of Red Heart patterns, or have over the years. They work with a lot of different designers, which I've always really appreciated. So if you just kind of want to browse, there are two websites in particular I think have a great pattern book, and that would be lionbrand.com, and now I guess it's Yarn Inspiration, and now you've got the Bernat, the Karen, and the Red Heart all together with those patterns. But I've always thought that for yarn companies, they've always had excellent patterns and different skill levels, different aesthetics. Premier has really done a lot over the last couple years in improving their yarns, but their patterns have been not stagnant, but slower to publish. They don't have as many, even though they have very high quality. But Lion Brand, especially these last 5 years, they've blown me away with their free patterns, and Red Heart has always been a very good staple. So it didn't really surprise me if I'm getting a free Red Heart pattern that I'm probably going to like the pattern. What I have a problem with is this. Now, I have no problem working. I'm actually kind of glad I finally get to try the yarn, because I was wondering if it was a boucle yarn or more of a like the chenille yarns, and it's actually somewhere in between. Instead of being cut like a chenille, it's looped like a boucle. So I actually really kind of hate the fact I didn't get any of this, but none of my stores carried it in store, and I really didn't want to take a huge chance on it. I do have, when it comes to yarns like these, I actually really like novelty yarns, but you have to find the right projects for them. So I'm kind of excited to be able to use it. I'm disappointed it's coming in a subscription kit, because this was discontinued a year ago. So I like the color. First impression of the yarn, I like the yarn. I am happy to be able to use it again, but I am disappointed it came in a subscription kit, because it's literally been discontinued for a year now. I can't get this anymore unless I want to pay like $20 a ball. It's gone. When Lion Brand clearanced that out last year, they did the same thing that they did with all the cupcakes that I bought, and it was a $1 case deal, but you had to buy the entire case, so $40, $60, whatever. And I wasn't going to buy 40 balls of something I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. So the original price on that was $8.99. Then we also got what is really the kit, and that is, we get 2 balls of Color Skate by Red Heart in Bangkok, which, yeah, once again, I'm kind of weird with yellows and stuff, but I really like it as an accent. And how pretty is that? I do really like that. I love a lot of the higher end Red Heart yarns. I don't use a lot of Super Saver, because I do have yarns I like better at about the same price for every 100 grams. But Red Heart as a manufacturer, I actually really, they do make good things. Mykonos is the other color I got. And of course, that's right in my wheelhouse of those aqua shades. The Carrie colors. So yeah, the thing is you're going to be striping these together. I think that's going to look really nice together. No problem with that. I was able to find this available at Hirschner's and Joann's, I believe, was where I saw it available. And for 4 balls, it was $23.96. On the Yarn Inspiration website, though, they're completely sold out. And I don't know if part of that is where, you know, they're kind of culling down how many yarns Red Heart has now, because they're all one big company together now. So there is overlap between the Karen yarns, the Bernat yarns, and the Red Heart yarns. So I think they might be starting to cull back some of the duplicate yarns across their companies. So I'm not sure if this is being discontinued or is, but they only had 3 colors available on the website directly at Yarnspirations. So I like the yarn. It feels soft. Size 4, machine wash cold, gentle cycle, 4.5 millimeter hook. This one actually has dye lots. In a project like this, that wouldn't be overly important. Where's the free pattern? Made in India. Machine wash cold. 100% acrylic, yeah. I mean, it's very, very soft. It feels good against the skin. There's zero itchiness to it. It's a single ply-ish. It almost has a slightly more like lightly felted roving feel to it. So I've never used it. Ironically, that's one of the yarns I've just never had an opportunity or cause to pick up somewhere. My Joann's, before we moved, used to carry 2 or 3 colors, but they would almost always be sold out because it was one of the yarns at the time Joann's always had on sale, so they would frequently sell out of those. You know, once again, sometimes things are just perception. If you want to get rid of your discontinued yarns and want to give people the opportunity to just have those extras, I'd rather things be separated so you feel like you're really getting this great bang for your buck in the kit. And oh my gosh, here's a surprise extra. Not combining that into the kit, because then you feel like your kit's subpar. So, and I understand this. I understand that it's perception, not reality, but I'm still finding it a little difficult to get discontinued yarn in a kit. So Frothy was $8.99, Colorscapes 4 for $23.96. The pattern's free, but similar ones are $3.46. The needles are $5.95 at lionbrand.com. So our total value is $42.36. I paid $14.99. If we include the cost of the pattern in general, it's 65% savings. If you say, hey, it's a free pattern, why count that? It's a 60% savings. So still a great savings. For somebody like me who didn't get an opportunity to use Frothy, it's kind of nice to be able to get the opportunity to use something that's discontinued. I know I send out happy mails frequently that have high quality discontinued yarns in them, because they're things I own because I had an opportunity to purchase in bulk, and you're not going to be able to get this anywhere else. Here's something special to try. I don't know. I don't want to sound angry. I don't want to sound salty, but I am a little, not quite wah wah, but it is a little, does make you feel just a little bit flat when you get discontinued stuff like that. So it's weird. And I know a number of you guys have been getting these kits for a while now. I've been watching unboxings. I've never really considered getting this except for the purpose of review. How often do you guys see discontinued yarns in the kits? Because I don't remember in the unboxings seeing it this regularly. And, you know, it was, you know, one in the crochet kit, then the next month in the knit kit. So maybe I'm used to just seeing only one kit, so maybe it's a little bit more sporadic, but because I'm doing both kits, I'm seeing it twice as more often. What, over the last like year or two, have you guys seen, or has been your experience with the discontinued product thing in these kits? Because like I said, I mean, I remember a couple of times where I've seen like Ross from Smell Great Guy, Smells Like Yarn podcast. I've seen him get discontinued things, but not this frequently. So I'm thinking of like people I see unboxing this regularly, and I'm a little, but once again, your overall value is still really good on this. That's why I'm like, I'm not mad, because the overall savings and value overwhelm that frustration a little bit. And I am looking forward to making both items, the scarf and the shawl. So it's kind of hard to actually be mad at it, but it is a little so I would like your input on that, because maybe I've just missed where there's a lot of discontinued product in these. And maybe I'm just remembering things like where they did the roll with it yarns from Red Heart, or the Venus yarn, or no, it's the Venus pattern with the Premier yarn that comes in the ball. They did a shawl, and it's called like the Venus shawl one month, and you got a whole bunch of that. That was actually a fairly new yarn with Premier at that point. I know I've seen a lot of like the cake pops and candy shops in there, and those are all active lines with Premier. I've seen Lion brand yarns that are current. So maybe I'm just remembering all the current yarns and not seeing the discontinued yarns as often. Or, I mean, even if it were just like the rebranded or repackaged things, that wouldn't bother me so much. Because, like, you know, Lion brand just went through and turned shawl in a ball into shawl in a cake. So, you know, like Lion brands had all that on sale. Most people are clearancing out the shawl in the ball to get rid of the inventory, because all the new stuff is in a cake. You can't really hide that as much. Premier just did a rebranding of their anti-pilling yarn from the Deborah Norville Everyday Collection to Everyday Anti-Pilling. So, like, the labels changed on everything. The branding's changed on things. It's the same product, though, and I can still buy more of that same product. So, like, these aren't rebrands. These are wholly discontinued. So I just don't remember seeing this often. But could that be just because I'm getting both kits at the same time, so I'm seeing more of it together versus staggered out over one kit over the course of the year? So I know a number of you guys have been getting this for a while. I would really love to see your input on this, because I am curious, did I just pick the wrong 3 months to do this? Or has this been going on longer than I've noticed and just hadn't seen it? So that's where I am on it. That's I mean, it's hard to argue with the 60% savings. That is, like, I mean, my goal is 20 to 25%. But I am yeah, it's a little frustrating. I feel weird about it because I'm not mad, but I'm annoyed. But I'm not mad annoyed, I'm confused annoyed. And I've had 24 hours to think about this. I didn't get my kit until yesterday. So, yeah, I got it fairly late in the month. And I think next month I'm going to have to order separately or redo my subscription, because I had my credit card skimmed and had to cancel my credit card I had this on. And I'm going to have to, like, redo all my payment stuff. So I think most companies, what they'll do is they cancel your subscription and then you have to redo it. So that's probably what's going to end up happening next month. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys' feedback on this. I always value your feedback. Like I said, as always, just be polite. That's all I ask. Disagreement's great. I am all for disagreement. Be polite about it. And please comment down below if how often do you normally see a discontinued yarn showing up in just a year's worth of kits like this? And like I said, it's hard to be mad because clearly the kit was designed to be these 4 yarns. This is an extra to just throw in as a scarf. It's a separate thing. Same thing with the mitts, with the scarf, where that was a little underwhelming, to be honest. Just the scarf by itself, but you get this like other thing in there to kind of flesh it out a little bit. If it were billed to me more as, here's your kit, plus, hey, look, here's this other thing too, yay! I probably would be a lot more okay with that, and it would probably excite me a little bit more. And part of that, you know, once again, I know this is the psychology of sales. You're getting the exact same stuff regardless, but it does alter your initial perception, and your initial perception of something can then impact how you feel about it long term. So I think if this were, you know, here's a shawl pattern, here's the yarn to make it, we had extra of this. Our loss is your gain. Here you go. It definitely reads differently than having it just in there. Am I making sense, or am I just talking in circles again? Anyway, you guys, I really hope you sped this video up and listened to me at chipmunk speed. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Take care, you guys, and please let me know. Answer things down below. I need your feedback. Help me out here. Thank you, guys.